Okay, video explain. Video fucking explain. Episode 3. Episode 3!
Hello, this is Fat Elvis.
Hello, this is Jerome. How are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. I'm looking for someone to discuss videos with me.
Yes, I will be your Fat Elvis.
Okay, that would be great. I would love you to just roll with me down hills and sing songs and explain things that I do not understand.
Yeah, cool. How's it going, Adam?
Me. That's not my name.
How have you been? You've been sick, mate.
Yes, I have. I've been under the weather, under the bus. Someone threw me under the bus, and I will get them back. I will fucking kill them for what they've done to me, Dan. I've really suffered. But
did you put on some Vicks Vapor Rub?
Yes, I did, all over myself, and I have felt the coming of the Lord since then. I tell you that. The heat is intense, but at the same time, I can breathe now. You know, I feel free. I don't have to wear clothes anymore. I'm in love with everyone. Just kind of manic, really. Sort of running around, offering people affection very, very vigorously. Scaring people. You know, the kids are frightened of me, obviously, but, you know, it's a hit and miss, but mostly miss, I would say, yes. I miss the old days a lot. You know, it was so long ago when we first did our first recording together where we talked about the Bee Gees Staying Alive, wasn't it? No, hang on.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
Episode 2 was a while ago.
Episode 2? Well, yes, episode 2 was a fucking disaster, and we don't want to really think too much about what went wrong. Obviously, the recording went wrong, but this time I'm guaranteed that everything will be okay. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight we're going to discuss one of my absolute favorite songs and videos of all fucking time. And you know it, of course. You've studied it yourself a lot.
Metallica.
Right.
The Unforgiven.
Yes, indeed, that's right. Metallica.
The original. It's the original because they wrote two more. They actually wrote a second and a third.
Yes.
Unforgiven song.
Well, it was begging for it, really, because you were always left wanting after the original 6.5-minute version. It was very short. It was almost like Buy Me a Pony by Spiderbait. You're kind of going, what? Is it finished already? They went,
it's a bit weird because you don't do, you know, what's that song by the Eagles?
The California Fuckheads.
Yeah, they didn't do Hotel California 2 and 3.
No, well, they
just said what they had to say, and
no, that's right. But it's been sampled over and over again, of course. Hotel California was sampled by Dr. Dre.
Really?
Yep, Dr. Strange as well. Dr. Strangelove, I think, sampled it, as well as Doc Ock from Spider-Man. They all sampled Hotel Cunnilingus, and you know, it's just the harmonies, I guess, really. You know, that the what were they called again? The Beagles. The Beagles were just they knew about hard life. You know, they all grew up in, you know, a very abusive kind of environment. They were basically beaten all the time, and eventually the only escape from the hell of their existence was to form the Beagles and write Hotel California.
Yeah.
But
so did you watch the Metallica Unforgiven clip?
Yes. Oh, absolutely, I did. I spent fucking ages just trying to work out why it was in black and white. I thought my screen was broken, so I basically made a copy of it and coloured it in myself. Because I don't know. I mean, I'm just weird with black and white stuff. I just don't like old shit.
Yeah, okay. It's not modern. You like your Blu-rays and your HD widescreen.
Yeah. I mean, I like colour old black and white. You know, it kind of reminds me of my grandparents. Really fucking weird, freaky old people.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
They're trying to be arty.
Yeah. No, but it's wrong though.
It's a young boy, and he writes yes on the wall in blood.
Oh, really? It's in blood?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was chocolate pudding.
Yeah. And then suddenly he's an old man, and there's a key.
No way.
And
that's not how I interpreted it. That's interesting.
There's a picture of a clown face. Poster.
Oh, yeah. That's terrifying. That's like that film, It. Have you seen that film? It's so fucking scary. I mean, anyway, sorry. I was just having a nightmare.
James Hetfield looks like the singer. I mean, looks like the lion.
He looks like
a
singer. He looks like the singer from that band, the Osmonds.
Yeah.
But also, he's the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. Yeah, definitely. Is James Hatstand in Unforgiven, the first one?
What?
James Hatstand.
James Hatstand, yeah.
Yeah. He's playing. He's like a motif of what's it called again? The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz was definitely it's pornographic for its time. I mean, Dorothy was spreading her legs. They had to cut all that out, but at the same time, the Scarecrow frightened a lot of people. But James Hatstand, I mean, his version of the Scarecrow. No, I think he played it for laughs, really, didn't he?
Yeah, I was trying to, I thought, I don't know if the clip's interesting enough.
Oh, it is. It's fascinating.
But it's a time capsule of just, Metallica they became totally shit.
Well, I mean, that's subjective, isn't it, really? I mean, some people's favourite album would be Load. They would not have sort of a care in the world for Injustice for All or Big Mix Tavern or any of their other classics.
Yeah. I went and saw a Metallica cover last year in Hobart.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah, that would have been good. Just being Hobart generally is good, isn't it?
Yeah, they said that their drummer practiced more than Lars.
Well, yeah.
They had a good drummer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows what could happen in the future? There's been those weird things where someone who's in a tribute band ends up becoming the replacement for the real band.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing in that movie Rockstar, was that the idea of the film, the hero of the movie, was a person who had absolutely no originality at all, and actually chastised his fellow band members for wanting to write original music. And he's the hero. He's the hero of the film. A guy who wants to copy someone else absolutely and has nothing original of his own whatsoever and gets thoroughly rewarded for it.
I've had recurring dreams of auditioning for Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had about 5 or 6 of them. Yeah,
how'd you do?
I always stuff up.
It's fucking, isn't that terrible when you dream?
Like one we're doing Justice for All live, I passed the audition to do the gig with them.
Yeah.
And then I could only we're doing a 10-minute song, and I only knew, I was just playing the E string the whole time.
Yeah.
I was just playing one string over the top of it.
Were you naked as well?
No.
Oh, that's happened to me. I had this dream. I was auditioning for David Gilmour at his house. I wasn't naked. He was, though, for some reason. He just said, that's the way I roll in your dream. And I said, well, okay, I guess I'm in control of this. I mean, is this my fantasy? He said, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Because you just do whatever you want. And then I eventually escaped. I had to get out of there, and I was chased by Dougal from the Magic Roundabout. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the rule at Michael Jackson's house. You had to be naked to get into the house.
That's real life. And real life really fucked up dreams a lot. So anyway, so you didn't end up making it into the band. So obviously Jason Newstart was the man at that time. He just got straight off the dole and straight into Metallica. And that was after the original bass player, Ted Nugent, was killed, I believe, in a helicopter accident whilst he was making the film The Twilight Zone. So that's a bit of trivia there for you.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, Jason Newstart, fantastic. And this is his chance to get his bass frequency sorted out so you can actually hear the bass in the mix, which is nice.
Yeah, and you can hear the bass.
Oh, absolutely.
And he headbangs during a ballad.
Oh, totally. I mean, yeah, he's paid for that. He's had so many operations on his neck since then, and it's a torture, that you put yourself through, having to constantly, move your head in a violent manner, and you've got that big mane of curly permed hair, and you've got to kind of throw it across the room, and that takes, it takes a lot out of you. It fucks up your spinal column.
Like, he was making millions of dollars, and they were such wankers. He just was like, fuck you guys. I'm leaving the band. Oh,
he did that as well. I mean, he didn't care about his spine. He didn't care about any of the other members at all at the end. I mean, at this stage, of course. Now, what are we talking about? I mean, this was them at their peak. They'd done everything that they possibly could do with it and justice for everyone. They had their 15-minute songs. They tried to work out their arrangements so they were kind of complex mathematical equations. They thought they were Tool, but they weren't quite up to the task. But still, they were apparently just a real nightmare to play live, They'd start one song and then, half an hour later they'd finished and they were just brain fucked from trying to work out.
They'd drink 20 beers.
Oh, they did that too. That wouldn't have hurt. I mean, they loved getting on the piss. I mean, what's his name? Sorry, Jamie Hatstand, the lead singer. He was an alcoholic, The rest of them just like peppermint tea, but, he kept spiking their drinks with
I saw a live video of Metallica, and he said, shake everything, whatever you got, shake your tits.
No, he was all class back then. I mean, he's sort of dumbed down since then. Back then, he was just this sort of sad, articulate poet who, you could just sort of feel the emotion coming off him. The complexities of his feelings when he's on stage, asking people, are you having a fucking good night or whatever? Are you pissed? And he wanted everyone to drink beer with him. That was a very important part of the ritual, I think, back then. Are you fucking pissed? Do you have a beer in your hand? All right, show us your tits, I guess, if you're a lady. But there wasn't that many ladies at the concert. I couldn't see any. They'd probably all been murdered, I think. Yeah. I mean, that was the problem. If you went to a Metallica concert and you're a woman, you probably would get murdered. And
I had a good, usually when I've done these phone calls.
Which one? You mean the
last 2 episodes I wasn't eating very healthy.
No, that's right, you haven't. But now
tonight I had some potatoes with nut legs.
Would you say you had some sad potatoes?
I don't want sad potatoes, they're happy potatoes.
Oh, nice. Sad potatoes, happy potatoes with nut legs.
Sad potatoes, but true.
Sad potatoes for the Unforgiven potatoes.
Yeah, and I shaved my beard off.
Oh man, that's so good. No one liked it.
No one liked my beard.
No one liked it at all, and now you're basically a free man. You can do whatever you want.
Oh well, look, I had to buy a new beard trimmer.
Oh, why?
Yeah, right. And then my beard trimmer broke, and then I couldn't be fucked buying a new one. So I grew a beard, and everyone kept saying my beard looked cool, but I didn't really like it that much. But I thought, I'll say, if they're saying it looks cool, I might keep it for a bit.
Right.
And today I went out to buy a new beard trimmer.
Yeah.
And a homeless guy with a really big beard
said, "Hey,
bigger than mine.
I like it."
Yeah, he said, "You look cool."
He said, "You look cool." Oh, that's nice.
He said, "I look cool," and I thought, it's good timing that I'm getting rid of this beard because I'm obviously impressing the wrong people.
Yeah, man, that would have been frightening. I mean, you would have been going through so many different emotions today.
I gave him some tobacco.
Oh, that's cool.
And he went down Tobacco Road.
Tobacco Road, man. That's where the Ross lives. David loves that. The whole road's just littered with cancerous lungs. I mean, I've stopped smoking actually the last couple of weeks. I just want to thank everyone for all the good times I've had smoking, blowing smoke at people's faces, bumming smokes off people, giving people smokes, going to the shop to get more smokes.
No wonder you got sick. You've had visitors blowing smoke on you.
Oh no, yeah. It's all I've got to forgive them. That's where it comes back to this fucking wonderful song that we've been discussing. The video clip, by the way, was directed by Adam Sandler, which is kind of strange.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he actually. And the other interesting thing was that because it's you've said before, it's about a boy who lives in a windowless stone room. Supposedly they used a Lars Ulrich's wine cellar.
Right.
So that's actually where most of the video clip was shot. Down in his basement, in his San Francisco mansion. I
remember in that Metallica movie when Lars was selling all his paintings and they're selling for like $5 million and shit.
Yeah.
I just thought, I fucking hate this cunt.
No, well, I mean, that's a weird reaction. Most people
it's a bit jealous.
I think so. I think that's just blatant jealousy. I mean, most people are just going, good on you, mate. Good on you. You deserve it. You've worked your ass off. And actually, I mean, on that subject, though, I mean, there's something that he said in that film which always stuck in my mind, which I think was, he was rambling perhaps, but it's still a very pertinent thing where he points up at one of his $1 million paintings above his head and says, when is the painting done? Why is the painter, decided to do blobs over here and then leave this blank over here? When is a painting done? And then he turns that on himself and says, when is a song done? When is an album finished? Where's my hair gone? Those sort of things. But, there was a very profound train of thought going on there, because it is an interesting question. As an artist, I consider myself to be on the same kind of wavelength, I guess, as Gauguin, or maybe. But
when is the shit finished?
Yes, well, I mean, if it's the same kind of thing, I guess. I mean, it's this.
Like sometimes you do a shit, then you think, oh, it's over, and then you go for a walk and your body kicks in.
Right.
Your adrenaline's going, and suddenly you sweat, and you got to lay a cable.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, because of all the stuff that you said on the last podcast, and then people are like, they want to take you down. They're following you everywhere. You're very nervous, and obviously your stomach reacts to that. And you thought it was over, but it's not. And all you want to do is just get back to the shitter.
And there's not enough public toilets in Melbourne.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I thought of actually making a public toilet application. So you look on your phone and it tells you where the closest toilet is. Right.
I don't know. I mean, just the first part of that sentence. I mean, just make a public toilet yourself without any consent from anyone. Just, go around to the park and just put a bucket there and a tent or something and just leave a sign for people saying, here you go, get into it. And just that's your public deed, really, It's just sort of homeless people, shit here. Good on you. And you've done something good, and you can perhaps empty the bucket later in the day. I know it's demeaning, but someone has to do it. And then maybe the council might end up making it a permanent fixture. I don't know. But, you've obviously gone way beyond that. But, fuck helping other people make money from an app.
Yeah. And I call it the Metallica shitter.
That's right. Find yourself.
Plays Enter Shit Man.
Yes.
When you go in there.
Enter Shit Man, the Unforgiven shitter.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I'm just watching the video clip now that Kurt Cobain's in the video. No, sorry, what's his name again? Jamie Hatstand is in the actual video clip, the lead singer. I don't remember the actual band being in the video clip at all. all I remember is this kid that's crawling around. I thought that was being chased by a pedophile old man.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get away from him, and he's basically stuck in a... I think Tool ripped off this video clip. I mean, it's pretty much the same kind of thing, isn't it? Grim.
Well, Tool is a pedophile.
Oh, is he?
I saw it on Facebook, yeah.
Oh, well, if you saw it on Facebook, it has to be true.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, it's no longer okay to listen to Tool.
No, it was never okay. It was always weird. But
Michael Jackson's okay.
Yeah, no, he's okay. He's dead
David
now.
Bowie's okay.
Really, if you're dead, it doesn't. You know, you can have a second life, really. If you're some sort of arsehole in real life, you know, renaissance in death after you've been murdered by everyone, like for your crimes in real life. The difference, though, Tool didn't actually appear in their video clips. So maybe that's what I've done, is I've fused Stink Fart with the Unforgiven, and had the two clips melded together, because in Stink Fart, you don't see the band at all, and that's one of the great things about the clip, is you think, who is this band? They're not even in it. But in Unforgiven, the video, there's actually riddled with the band, and I just blocked it out of my mind, like I had a seizure or something.
They filmed them all separately. Yeah. Rocking out.
No, it's riddled with it. But all I remember is the man with the tits, the droopy tits, and the boy just scribbling on the wall and trying to get the fuck out of Lars Ulrich's basement. Yeah. And then there's that clown picture, like you said. It's haunting. I mean, this song, at the time this song came out, I was about, you know, I barely had pubes, you know, but the emotions of the song, it was basically, this is about me. This is what they've written this song about, me.
It was just before grunge. Yeah. So that was like, this is the best you're going to get.
Oh, absolutely.
Till Kurt Cobain and his cronies came along, showed them all how to rock.
Yeah, this was full tilt. This was, you know, men with their tits out, you know, crying, screaming, and feeling like, you know, I mean, I just felt like they understand my pain. They understand what I've been going through, living in Bellerive and, you know, having to go to college and stuff like that, and just all the agonies I went through. And they have represented this in a song and a video. What I've felt my whole life is like, well, what's the lyrics again? Do I need a rest?
You know, it came out of the time when you have a few billies, you have a few bongs with your mates.
Yeah.
Your mate puts it on in his ute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so me and my mate were in the back in the ute. He's got
have you heard the new Metallica, bro?
Gets the oil out and says, what about it? Oh, sorry, what happened?
Some of my friends were like, Metallica is sold out. It's pop metal.
Of course they sold out.
Well, I was like, I like it.
I mean,
fucking like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Lars Elfdick was an accountant. I mean, that's basically his role. He was barely a drummer or a tennis player. He's mostly an accountant. Yeah. And he worked very hard to make sure the band got as rich as possible. And why not? And that's what you saw in the documentary. I mean, he knew what to do with paintings. Other people were buying bags of Coke. He'd go and buy, Banksy or whatever and whack it up on his wall. And a few years later, double his money, triple his money. I mean, he knew what the fuck he was doing. Old Elfdick.
Because every time, like, a kid turns 15, Metallica bring out a new album every, 5 years or whatever. Yeah, every 10 or 5 years a kid turns 15, that's for sure. Somewhere in the world. You've got that completely. Every 15-year-old discovers Metallica. Yeah, every 10 or 15 minutes someone discovers Lars Ulrich, Napster snafu. Yeah. And he's unforgiven for that. I mean, he'll always be, what a selfish prick wanting to make money from what he does for a living. Oh, yeah. I mean, they just, they've always lost their metal edge with some kind of monster. I was just like, oh my God, are they taking the piss? Is this for real? But on the other hand, it was the bravery of it. And plus, they've created a piece of work that you could take anyone to see, even if they've never heard of Metallica, and they can still enjoy it.
So it worked as a documentary. It worked as a deconstruction of Metallica as, skivvy-wearing wankers who could spend infinite amount, like more money than would earn in a lifetime on some old guy to sit around and tell them what kind of zone their feelings are in.
Yeah.
It was appalling, and we loved it. I mean, I loved it. I thought, fucking hell. I mean, and my favourite scene, of course, was, Lars Elkdick catching up with his old friend from Monster Mash. What was it called? Megadeth. And watching him cry. Yeah, Dave Mustache. And watching him just cry.
The guy they kicked out of Metallica.
I mean, imagine how it would feel if you could have been in a band that sold 30 million albums and you ended up in a band that only sold 10 million albums. You know what I mean? You would be fucking... it would do your head in. It would do your head in. It's like...
Well, it's like he says, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, he's like, you don't know what it's like to be number 2.
Yeah, that's right. To be shit, basically, I mean, Lars is a pile of piss, and he's a pile of shit, and it's sort of, well, which is better? Which do people prefer? I mean, Lars Elkdick, in Metallica, of course, and Dave Mustache could never possibly be that successful. No one's heard of Mega Flop or whatever they were called. Piss sells, but who's buying? I mean, it's a shocking. It was just shocking to see him. He was basically, just a wasted life. Dave Mustache had completely lost the plot. But and then of course the Echo Brain thing. Jason Newstart in Echo Brain, and how lost everyone was. Like you turn up to a gig to see your old bass player play in Echo Brain, and you've got Cock Bobbin is your best friend. The producer Cock Bobbin. Yeah. Who's just a suave guy, and that's your best friend. You're going to turn up to a gig with Cock Bobbin, who was the actual producer of the Black Album, or also the Spinal Tap album, and spent, a fucking year in the studio with this guy, fighting and doing lots of weird things, and still want to work with him. I mean, he was playing bass for them at that point. They were so desperate. It's like they had no friends at all. They had no friends. They had no one else that could do anything except for Cock Bobbin, and then they turn up, Lars Elkdick and a couple of the Metallica crew, to watch Jason Newstart play in Echo Brain, and look what's happened to Echo Brain. I mean, they just went so massive, didn't they?
I reckon, how Lou Reed did an album with Metallica.
I thought he did that with Echo Brain.
Metallica.
Oh, sorry, I thought what's his name? Lou Reed did the album with Echo Brain.
Yeah, no, so this is Metallica.
Is that the one on the table?
Yeah, it's Junior Dad.
Oh, yes, yeah. What was that about?
Money.
You reckon?
Yeah. But I reckon they should do the next Metallica album with Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And call it Balls Out.
Yeah. Call it...
Balls Out for summer.
Call it Career Rectifier. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, you put Louis C.K. on the table. I mean, that's an interesting subject.
But he could do comedy routines while they're like playing the songs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he could apologize to the women that he masturbated in front of, and or masturbated while talking to them on the phone, for abusing his power and more or less being an absolute literal wanker.
Yeah, over a funky beat.
Yeah, he could say, look, I'm sorry I'm such a wanker. Here's Metallica backing me up here. They understand what I've gone through. And he could say, I am the wanker. I am the furniture. I am your uncle, Uncle Benway. I am the mugwump. I don't know. Just please forgive me, Louis C.K. Somebody out there. I don't think he's that bad. He's Unforgiven. Well,
hey, I'm bringing it back around. He's Unforgiven.
Oh, thanks for bringing it back around. You did such a good job, man. This is about, you know, we've reached the limit, man. It's 29:47. We're gonna say goodbye now. Thanks, Muggles, for sponsoring us. Thanks, Dan, for everything.
I'd like to thank today. I'd like to my sponsors are Kmart.
Yep.
I got a pair of black trackies for $5.
Nice. I'm with you there.
And Big W, I got a beard trimmer.
Yeah. Thanks, China.
And that was $26.
Bangladesh, maybe even.
And then Coles, I got a bag of potatoes for 50 cents.
Jesus Christ. That was the sad potatoes, though, yeah?
Yeah. And I'd also, like to thank Muggles Chickens for the oil, the lubricating oil for my shaver.
Prostitute chickens that just do up so nice in an oven, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd all just want to nibble on one of those.
Well, that wraps up episode 3.
Oh, episode 3 is in the can, man. This has been a rip snorter.
What will we do next?
Oh, fuck knows.
Find out next episode.
Get lessons in how to podcast. We'll go to podcast school and come back brighter and better with more sponsors, bigger antennae, more switched on to the vibe of what people want. That's what we got to give them, is what they want. Or what they need, even better. I don't know, but I'm pretty drunk now. I had one bourbon and I'm fine.
All right.
I'm going into rehab. I'm going to go to the same place that James Hatstand went to. Once he slammed that door in some kind of monster when he was wearing those big overalls. And he said, I already told you I was pretty upset. I've been drinking wine all day. Now I'm going to walk out of here in my man pants and go and disappear for a whole year. Anyway, that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, see you, man.
All right, see you later. I'm going to wrestle a bear.
You do that, man. And thanks so much for your healthy way of life. You changed, you've really turned everything around, which is good.
Yeah.
And you look so beautiful now that we can see your face.
Yeah.
And we're all proud of you.
All right.
All right. Take care, mate.
See you later, mate.
Thanks for explaining everything, mate.
Bye.
Stay unforgiven, mate.
Video, explain.